There. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Ventura County Appeals Board hearing. Do you want to take roll, Brendan?
Yes. Board Member Ferris.
Present.
Board Member Hess is absent. Board Member Little.
Present.
Board Member Sisk.
I'm present.
Thank you.
Okay, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Everyone here today will need to be placed under oath to address the board. I will now place you under oath. When I complete reading your oath, please state I do. Please raise your right arm. I need each of you to solemnly affirm that the testimony you're about to give in the matters now pending before this board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You may now be seated.
Thank you. Brendan will down do the agenda review.
Yes, we have a very short agenda review. Item 5, agenda review for March 25th, 2019. The clerk of the board recommends approval of the agenda review by the Assessment Appeals Board. The agenda review consists of the following agenda items. Item number 15, application number 18-10615. Applicant Sarah McCarthy, removed from the agenda due to the submission of a withdrawal. Item number 16, application number 18-10649. Applicant James Sands, denied due to lack of appearance. Item number 17, application number 18-10711. Applicant Faridun and Romina Omidi, denied due to lack of appearance. I'm going to add into agenda review items 29 and 30. Application numbers 18-10971 and 18-10972. Applicant Moore Park Campus Park LLC, removed from the agenda due to the submission of a withdrawal. Item 31 through 37, application number 18-11000 through 18-11006. Applicant LSR Limited Partnership, denied due to lack of appearance. That completes the agenda review. Recommend action is to approve.
Move to approve. Second.
Thank you.
Please vote. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any comments from the public at this time? Any comments from the board at this time?
None. No.
All right. We will proceed forward, and we're going to call the applicants up to the microphone, and you're going to tell us if you're ready to proceed, and if you're ready to proceed, we'll come back and hear your case later. So, okay. Application 17-10697, William Reininger.
A stipulation has been submitted for this item. I believe it was in the packet that was distributed to your board this morning. Recommended action is to approve the stipulation.
I'm looking for a recommendation to approve.
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
All right, please vote. Thank you.
All right. Next application, 17-11159, California Resources Petroleum Corporation.
Yes, I also recommend we hear related item number 10, application number 18-10911 for the same applicant at the same time. Mr. DeWitt, if you want to come forward. This is a request for a large value stipulation, a reduction of over $5 million. The materials were emailed to your board last week. The applicant is here and he'd like to make some remarks. It's placed on your agenda should you have any questions about the reduction. And of course, the recommended action is to approve the stipulation after you've heard his remarks and anything the assessor has to say.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I'd appeared with you a couple times before requesting a continuance with the confidence that we'd be able to work these issues out with the assessor's office, which we have been able to. So I wanted to thank you for your patience on that. Thank the assessor's representative for the work he did moving this thing along as well, and of course the clerk for the work he did in continuing the hearings. And then finally, the assessor's appraiser who was able to take the information that we provided and do the analysis and come up with the value conclusion.
Okay, thank you. Assessor's office, any comments?
Christopher Horn for the assessor's office. Good morning, board members, council. No additional comments I believe are needed. it's up to the board whether or not they have any questions for the applicant and/or the assessor's office.
Okay. Any comments from board members?
No, I received them via email and reviewed. Yeah, everything looked great. Thank you for working.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, looking for motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you very much.
Let's vote.
We need to vote on both separately.
No, that motion covers both items, 9 and 10.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, next application, 18-10456, MHGH Family LLC.
Is Mr. Tumas here today? Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you prepared to move forward today?
Yes,
Okay, about how long will your presentation take?
I don't know.
The applicant has provided 4 pages of documents for your board to review. So
Okay,
should-
so we have all 6 copies?
Our
Okay.
office has made copies, so
Excellent.
it shouldn't take long.
Okay, assessor's office?
The assessor's office is also ready to move forward. We estimate 5 minutes.
Okay, we will hear your case first. When we come back, after we run through the whole agenda, we'll come back and hear your case first. Okay, so you can go ahead and have a seat, and we'll get back to you.
Before,
Oh, yeah. Go
can
ahead.
we ask if either party is requesting findings of fact? I believe the applicant does not want findings of fact. Is the assessor requesting them?
The assessor is not requesting findings of fact.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next application, 18-10475, JY and Associates LLC.
This applicant has not checked in this morning. They did indicate last week that they wish to withdraw but did not submit the necessary paperwork. So recommendation is to deny due to lack of appearance.
Looking for a motion to deny.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
One more vote. Thank you.
Okay, next application, 18-10544, Wallace Properties Incorporated.
This stipulation was received on Friday for this. It was part of your board's materials distributed this morning. If you've had time to review, the recommended action is to approve.
Okay, I did read them, yeah. Okay, looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Next application, 17-10717, Pramesh Ruparelia?
I have, we're at 14.
Oh, 14.
Wait.
Oh, we're at 14, okay, sorry, I skipped ahead, sorry. There's 18-10553, David and Jennifer Mojo.
This particular item, I've handed out a copy of the stipulation for. We've had a emailed photograph of the stipulation on file since February 8th, so it's been 45 days. As you can see, the stipulation is hard to read, and you can't really make out the words in it. I believe the assessors made several attempts to obtain the original. We can verify that with them. But normally, after 30 days has passed, we'd recommend you approve the non-original stipulation. Not sure if that's the best idea in this case, since we can't read the non-original. But we have also provided a copy of what the assessor originally sent out. While not signed by the applicant, it does include all the language. I believe County Council is recommending you continue it for another 30 days. But I'd say maybe first let's see what the assessor has to say about their attempts to contact the applicant.
Okay. Assessor's office.
The assessor's office has made repeated attempts to contact the applicant. The applicant stated the original signed stipulation was sent. We informed them our office never received it. They sent another copy. I'm presuming that's in transit right now. At this moment in time, we're left with the photocopy of the preliminary, and if it's council's judgment that this be, I guess, continued for another 30 days in the hopes that USPS can get us the get us the original, then that's council's call, and the assessor will abide by it.
Okay. Any comments from the board?
I see this was a result of the Thomas fire. Is the applicant fairly easily reached? And
We haven't had an issue getting in touch with the applicant. Like I said, the original was sent in, we never got it. We requested another original be sent in. So I don't think the connection issue is the problem. It's just actually getting the document in-house.
okay.
So your board could decide to approve it as is if you wanted to start the reduction today, or you could continue it. If you continue it, we'd say your next hearing on May 6th is when you would want to continue it. But it's completely up to you, board, what you want to do.
Well, the county council has
Recommends continuing,
recommended
yeah.
continuance.
Okay, looking for a motion to continue till May 6th.
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
Please vote. Now we're at 18.
Okay. 18-10717, Pramesh Raparelia.
This applicant is not here today. I recommend we trail this and come back to it. They indicated, they sent an email over the weekend indicating an emergency. I called them and spoke with them this morning and told them I need something documenting the request and their opinions on hearing dates should you approve the request. I haven't heard back from them, but I did talk to them this morning and asked them to get it in by 8:30 a.m. So maybe I recommend we trail this till just before you're ready to adjourn the meeting, just in case something comes up.
Okay. Okay, we'll trail that one till the end. Next application, 18-10720, Virginia Chudikoff.
Yes. I'm requesting a continuance.
Okay.
And
And sorry, can you state your name on the record?
Virginia E. Chudikoff.
Thank you.
Okay. Assessor's office?
As there was no confirmation of appearance, followed with clerk of the board, I believe a continuance is in order.
Okay. Do we have a date in mind?
The May 6th.
Okay.
Yes, and for the assessor's benefit, and our options available today are May 6th, which is the preferred date for rescheduling, or June 24th. And the applicant has indicated a preference for May 6th.
May 6th works for the
Okay.
assessor.
Okay. Looking for a motion. Do we need any data exchange?
Is this a primary
Primary residence.
residence? If you have information,
I do. My error. I thought I did not have the paperwork, and I thought I didn't think I received it, but I did receive it, I just didn't fill it out. I have a copy of some comps, and I have a copy of the application that I was supposed to send in.
okay.
But I do not have the 6 copies.
No. 6 copies are only if it goes to hearing, and hopefully we'll be able to resolve that. If you'd be kind enough to talk to Melinda,
Okay.
and she'll get a copy of your comparables, and she will be the person assigned to your case.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No? Okay, so looking for a motion to postpone to May 6th.
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
One more vote. Thank you.
Okay, next item, application 18-10730 and 10731, David A. Tressa.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you state your name for the record, please?
David Wilkinson.
Okay, and are you ready to move forward today?
We are not. I would like to request a
Continuance?
little bit more time to.
Okay. Assessor's office?
As there was no confirmation of appearance, I believe a continuance is in order.
Okay.
Mr. Wilkinson, is there a preferred date? The clerk of the board's offered a May date and a June date.
Yeah, May 6th or June 24th?
Either one of the two is fine with us. We can do May 6th. We're ready for May 6th, I believe.
Okay, the appraiser assigned talked to you this morning. I believe I saw you speaking with Andrea.
Yes, I do.
And she handed you a couple of letters requesting information.
Exactly.
How quickly do you believe you'll be able to put that?
Give us a couple of weeks
Okay.
to get the information together and make an appointment with her to get that done.
The assessor has no problem agreeing to May 6th. If Mr. Wilkinson believes that it may take a little bit longer to put that documentation together, maybe the June date would be better. But if he wants May 6th, we can agree to May 6th.
You know, either one of the two, I think I think May 6th will work fine for us.
Then May 6th it is. And let's add a proviso, 30 days from today.
Okay. Okay. Looking for a motion to postpone to May 6th with the proviso that all the data requested be provided within 30 days.
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Next application, 18-10785 through 88 and 10791, Seritage SRC Finance, LLC.
Good morning, members of the board. My name is Susan Orloff. I'm with Ryan, representing the applicant Seritage. And it's my understanding these are two separate shopping centers, and we are requesting a postponement continuance. We sent the assessor our case, our income approach case, but not within the 30 days. So I think given the size and the fact that this is a base year appeal, we're all looking for a little more time to get this done.
Okay. Assessor's office?
Yes. We believe a continuance is in order, and I believe Ms. Orloff was presented a letter or a set of letters from the assigned appraiser today. Just a little background on this. The assessor has had previous base year appeals filed on these properties before with a different agency. Let me make that clear. And we've requested acquisition data before and haven't been able to get it. We're hoping that this go around, this agent has more success in getting that information from the applicant.
Okay.
Especially as she pointed out, this is a base year appeal.
Okay.
So we would, other than the date that we need to settle on, we would like a proviso of 30 days.
Okay.
So is the May date or the June date better?
Well, let me kind of address two parts of what you said. I'll get to the date at the end. The first part is these base year acquisition dates are part of a portfolio acquisition of a large number of malls throughout the United States. So they are not, so to speak, your typical one property acquisition where I say I can give you an offering memo or that type of thing. We do have appraisals that were prepared by the buyer, and we are representing, as Ryan, we're representing the buyer, and I think the previous appeals were filed by the tenant who is Sears or a subsidiary of Sears or Kmart. So they're bowing out of it, and we're going to attempt to get those appraisals to you. I received the letter from Ms. Rovtar, and we will get the base year information. There were some questions on decline in value. At this point in time, I'd like to say let's get the base year done before we really think about decline in value, because it may very well be that if we get the base year done, we're done, and we might end up withdrawing our decline in value subsequent year appeals.
It's my understanding that this is a prospective base year.
It is, but your valuation date would be or would be in 15, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, we
Right.
would, exactly.
So it would change the roll year in question that a decline in value is filed on, if there is a reduction, correct?
The prospective base year appeal would be from this point forward.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. So we will get that data to you as far as dates go. The board clerk mentioned May 6th and also June 24th. We would be able to do May 6th. I think everybody would want to have proper time to review both of this mall data. The unfortunate part is that the associate in my office who is working these cases and all the other mall cases in the state is out of the country on June 24th. So that is your next day. So I was able to ascertain that in the last half hour. So I understand that you're kind of dark in July, August, September. The applicant has no problem with waiting till October. We, of course, would try and be in contact with the assessor perhaps during the summer, even if you're not in session, and go from there. So if you could give us a date in, well, whenever you meet again after June.
We do have an alternative date available of October 28th, if that works with the parties.
That would work for the taxpayer, yes.
The assessor has no problem with October.
Okay. So requesting a continuance to October 28th, and then was it decided on the proviso for the data?
Yes. Okay, yeah, so.
Yes. Ms. Orloff, do you believe 30 days is sufficient time to try and get the data, or?
Yeah, no, we'll get it.
Okay.
We'll get you what we have, and
Okay.
at that point, either we have it or we don't.
Okay.
Okay, so looking for a motion to postpone to October 28th with the proviso that the data requested be provided within 30 days.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next application, 18-10968 and 10969, Borstein Enterprises.
Chris Tucker, agent for the applicant. We're continuing today. We're asking for a continuance.
Continuance, okay. Assessor's Office.
The assessor's office has no objection to a continuance today.
Okay, any data requests?
I believe the assigned appraiser either has a letter or has given you a letter, but we'll go ahead and do a 30-day proviso as well.
Okay, so are we up for May 6th or June?
May 6th is perfect for us.
Okay, you okay with that? Okay, looking for,
Assessor has no problem with May 6th.
great. Looking for a motion to postpone to May 6th with the proviso that the data requested be provided within 30 days.
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Board.
Very much.
Thank you.
Yep, last one, okay. Application 17-0415, Peter and Amy Adam Family Revocable Trust.
This is a referral from Santa Barbara County
Okay.
where they believe a conflict of interest exists. We do have Jacqueline Alexander from the Santa Barbara County Clerk of the Board's office and Anthony Lewis from the Santa Barbara County Assessor's office here, should you have any questions. A stipulation has been submitted that the Santa Barbara County Assessor and the applicant have signed and has also been reviewed by their county council and our county council. This was emailed to your board last week for review. And you can ask any questions if you want. They're here today. And they're just looking for your approval on the agreement.
Received and
Received it and reviewed it.
everything seemed to be in order.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have any comments.
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you.
All right. Please vote. All right. It's approved. Thanks for coming down today, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And then we have item 39. So item 39 is various stipulations where the copies were sent in over 30 days ago and originals have not been obtained. We did get one on item 40. We got the original in. but the rest we still only have copies of. And you can see 34 days on file, 41 days on file, and the assessors made various attempts to obtain the originals. These ones, the copies that we've received, are all legible. So at this point, we're recommending you, for 40, approve the original stipulation, and for 41 through 44, approve the facsimile copies of the stipulations.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion to approve.
Do we need to do them separately or all together? It's okay.
I just recommend action is to approve an original on 40 and facsimile copies on 41 through 44, and that'll cover everything.
Okay, so moved. Second.
Thank you.
Please vote. Thank you. Last, we have item 45, regular stipulations. These were all emailed to your board. Recommended action is to approve.
I reviewed them, yeah. Looking for a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Please vote. Thank you. All right, so that takes us back to item number 11.
Number 8.
Board ready to get into this now? Do you want to take a short recess?
Take a little break or get right into it? 5? Okay, we'll do a 5-minute break.
All right.
Okay, welcome back. We are going to hear our one case here, application 17-10456. And are we all prepared to move forward here?
And I handed out, the applicant has the, should turn on my microphone. The applicant does have the burden of proof. This is a commercial property in Oxnard, and it's a January 1st, 2018 valuation. So I've handed out the applicant's documents, looks like an invoice set, we'll call that Exhibit 1, and a deed, we'll call that Exhibit 2. But I do think it'd be best if we get a little bit more of an overview from the assessor's office before we hear from the applicant.
Okay, thank you. Okay, assessor's office.
Again, Christopher Horn for the assessor's office. This is a commercial property located on Vineyard. It's about 45,000 square feet. There we go.
Sorry, no, yes, it's located on Vineyard Avenue in Oxnard. It's a 12,000 square foot steel structure on a 60,500 square foot lot on a signalized intersection. And this is the easterly entrance to the River Park entrance, and El Rio is just to the south. And my name is Melinda DePoyen for the assessor. So, the subject of this appeal is the decline in value as of January 1st, 2018.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, since you have the burden of proof, you get to present your case first. They'll present their case second, and then they'll present their closing arguments first, and you have closing arguments last. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. You can go ahead and present your case now.
Thank you. This property I paid by 850,000. I buy it in old, and I need fix a roof. I need fix parking lot. And last 2 years I paid tax. Last year I paid 5,000 every payment. I make it for 850,000 this year, up for 1,050,000. 1,150,000, yeah. And all told, this building very old. and and a crack, a roof a crack, and parking lot of a crack. Everything you want fix. Yeah. And please, you can help for this. They raise from 2 years and now he raise too much tax for me.
Okay.
Worth it 800,000 raise 250,000 more, 300 almost. Yeah, please, owner, I don't know what I can.
Okay. Yeah, I think the bid is one, and then the deed is two. Okay, so the asphalt around your property, it just needs to be replaced, and this is what the bid is for?
Yeah, and I pay too much insurance because old building. He charge me insurance too much too. Yeah,
Okay.
and tax too. An old building.
Okay, so the bid amount is 174,000?
Excuse me.
Oh, I see the bid amount is 174,000. I have, on mine has some handwritten math here.
Yeah.
Okay. The front, side, and rear lots, okay. 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 On the roof, okay. Okay, do we have any questions before we?
Yes, so you took the property back through foreclosure? Is that what the trustee's deed is for?
No, from action. Actually, I have it. 20 year when, 16 year when I buy in 400,000 this property. Almost 15 year I buy 400,000. Yes, I owe money, she go foreclosure. Then somebody help me, I take it back for 800,000. Yeah.
Okay, so the condition was as it was when you foreclosed?
لا ما كان 30 بس بالفوركلوجر انكسرت شوي زيادة. Yeah, before when you go for a foreclosure, not this bad. Then when she go for a foreclosure, she too much bad and no pain and everybody bark a lot and everybody make problem. Then I take it from foreclosure for 800,000. Yeah. And I try fix it with company and too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have there been any sales of properties near you that are similar, that you might have an idea what they have sold for recently?
ما في حاجة بس مثل ما هو ما شفت حدي أنا بعيد أنا يا دي بسنبر نادي ما بعرف مين ما يبيع مين ما يشتري ما بعرف. I don't know. I don't know. Sell it to buy it still same. I have Fiero gas station still same. Body shop over there still same. Yeah. is still same. Everything is still same.
Okay.
Any questions?
Okay, Assessor's Office, any questions of the applicant?
The assessor has no questions for the applicant.
Okay. Would you like to present your side now?
Yes, thank you, members of the board.
Hang on for a second, let Brendan.
All right, members of the board, county council, Mr. Toomey, Melinda DePoyen for the assessor. And so, as I said earlier, this is a decline in value appeal as of January 1st, 2018. And originally, the assessor did review this property for a decline in value, and they enrolled $1,150,000 as the estimated market value. Just to give more background, Mr. Toomey did indicate that the subject property only receives $3,750 a month in rent for the entire 12,000 square foot building. But he has not been able to provide supportive documentation such as his taxes, the rent rolls, and his income and expense statements that would demonstrate to us that that's the most this property could rent for is 30 cents a square foot, which is very low, especially for this location, and we'll discuss it here in just a little bit. But moving on, we did take Mr. Toomey's cost to cure estimates that he provided for his roof and his asphalt into account. And you'll see adjustments made for these issues. I field checked this property in April of 2018, and at that time it was confirmed to be occupied and in use as an indoor swap meet. So about half of the structure is occupied by a small market. Another quarter is a furniture store. And then there are 5 small spaces, approximately 100 square foot each, in one area meant for smaller tenants to occupy, clearly. It is really unknown whether Mr. Toomey rents the spaces individually or if these are subleased by the single tenant. But what follows is a sales comparison approach, an income approach, and a cost approach. And the appraisal here, prepared as part of this appeal, concludes to a market value of $1.2 million. And if you could turn the page to, you'll find a land appraisal. So this is the land as though vacant. And of most interest is a vacant land sale that sold just down the street from Mr. Toomey's property at 2950 Vineyard. And you'll see that the unadjusted land sales, it ranged originally from about $14 to $22. That was the most comparable land sale that sold down the street. And then I've made adjustments for size and access, and Mr. Toomey's property has quite an immense front foot. It's on a corner. So I've made adjustments for that and adjusted also for an estimate to demo the improvements completely to make it equal to the land sales in this appraisal. So I've estimated that value using Marshall and Swift, what it would cost to wipe the slate clean and have it equal to these other land sales. And after doing that, I have a range of between $17 and $19 a square foot just for the land. So my market estimate here is $1.1 million just for the land. And then if you move on to the next page, I have attempted a cost approach, estimating the improvements at $180,000. That's also based on Marshall and Swift costs, for a total value via the cost approach of $1,280,000. And the following pages are aerials. You see an aerial of the subject there on the corner of Vineyard and Simon. The following page is Vineyard, the comp 1. The next page shows the subject and comp 1, that they're 0.33 miles apart. The following page, comp 2, down on Saviors and Pleasant Valley in South Oxnard. And then comp 3 is vacant land that was purchased. It's actually purchased by Costco as parking, so I found this to be quite inferior, comparable, and this will show you that the access to this is quite inferior to the subjects. Moving on to the sales comparison approach, I've tried to locate sales that had both, obviously the zoning. This is zoned commercial, so I was looking for properties that had similar zoning but also had similar condition challenges that the subject property has. So all of these sales had those condition issues. So again, the unadjusted price per square foot on the sales I've chosen here are roughly $100 to $110 per square foot. And then I've made adjustments for location and building size and the land to building ratio, as the subject is superior to the comparables, and adjusted to a range of roughly $90 to $96 a square foot, for a total value via the market comparison approach of $1,150,000. So the following pages, you'll see pictures of the subject. So pages 12, 13, you see the furniture store, and then the individual, that's one of, on the left on page 13 is one of the smaller 100 square foot spaces that I was talking about earlier. The market, and a rather dark picture of the back of the building. There's a picture of comparable one. It's down on 5th Street. I thought this was a very relevant comparable, not only because of the zoning, but the location. It's actually on the east side of Oxnard Boulevard on 5th Street. So the location isn't in the downtown core. So I thought this was a pretty relevant sale. Anyway, moving on, there's comparable 2, comparable 3, and comparable 4. And you can see these all had condition issues. So moving to the income approach, I've estimated a lease rate of 90 cents per square foot. And the following page will show you the lease rates, the closed leases that I've chosen. And again, I've tried to choose properties that had similar zoning, potential use, and also condition challenges and age and so forth. All right, and so I have some derived cap rates down below. I chose 7.5. I went a little bit higher, just really being conservative and taking the condition of the property into account, which is in range of all of the survey data that I could find. So we have something from RERC on the following page. And then I've reconciled the sales cost and income approaches to a total estimated value of $1.2 million for this property. But because the assessor originally enrolled $1,150,000, we're asking that you please just sustain the value that was originally enrolled.
Okay, thank you. Any questions of the assessor's office from the board at this moment?
I have none.
Okay. To the applicant, do you have any questions of the assessor's office?
يا بس اللون بليز بس إذا بيخلوا لي 850 لأنه يوم بتجد الدنيا الزلمة بيسكر من التلف من المي من الروف إذا فيهم بترجعهم أنا وبتشكروا.
He says that whenever it rains, water falls through the roof, and the man who rents the place has to close the store down. So he's trying to say, because the roof has holes in it, and water leaks through, so he closes it up so the customers won't.
Okay. Okay, this is our time to ask questions of the assessor's presentation.
Oh, questions.
Yeah, just please, and you can leave it. No, it's a just, and you can please and leave it 800,000, 850, whatever. And please, and you can help me for this.
Okay. Okay. So any further questions of the assessor's office presentation?
أنا بتشكر يا هو. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I guess we have no questions. I guess it's time for your closing arguments. Is it? Yeah.
There we go. The assessor provided multiple approaches to value, taking into consideration condition and repairs that are needed. The land value alone is concluded to be $1.1 million. Comparable sales, market rents are the assessor's evidence, and we're just asking the board to sustain the value that's already enrolled. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, it's time for you to make closing statements now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate you, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, should we look at this behind closed doors?
It's up to you. I'm okay out here.
Okay, I know, yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Okay, we're going to deliberate behind closed doors, and it'll probably take us about 15 minutes. You're welcome to go if you want, and then when we inform Brandon of our decision, he can just inform you of our decision.
I'll let you know what they decide.
Yeah, so you can go. You don't have to wait for us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay.
So you'll call us?
Yeah, I'll call you. I'll let you know what they decide.
Okay.
Shiri, well, let's let Brandon get back to his seat.
Okay, we have that one that we trailed.
Yes, we
Wanna
have
get
one
rid of
trail,
that?
yeah. And obviously, they're not here.
Yeah.
We have one that we trailed. Should we go deliberate and give them another 15 minutes, or should we just kind of just seal it right now?
I don't think we're going to get a response. Let me request my email one more time.
Okay.
Okay, so that is, let me see, what, that was 18, right?
Oh, my God. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let's just fix that too.
Yeah, so on item 18, I haven't got a response. So they originally emailed on, let's see, Sunday. So yesterday at 11:40 a.m., the email says, "Hello, hope all is well. I'm sorry, I have an emergency and will not be able to attend. Can we please reschedule if possible? Thank you and have a great day. So I did respond to that email this morning and gave them a call. I asked them to, as we normally do, document what the emergency is to, kind of hold people accountable. And then I did let him know the dates we had available and let me know if there was any conflicts with that and if there would be any conflict, should there be any proviso placed on this, because this has been a non-confirmation, so they haven't submitted any paperwork to the clerk of the board. I spoke with one of the assessor's representatives this morning. They have not submitted anything to the assessor's office. So we basically have an application filed back in September and then nothing until yesterday's email that they couldn't attend today. They did, yes, they said, so when I talked to them on the phone, they said the emergency was due to a death. They have not put that in writing. So normally I would not be comfortable making a recommendation without having it in writing, but your board could choose to grant the request to extend without any really input from the applicant on the dates, or your board could deny for failure to appear. It's up to you. If you do want to grant the extension, I spoke with Ms. Rovtar at the assessor's office. She would prefer the June date and a 30-day proviso, and possibly a proviso that she gets a site inspection, because this is an agricultural property in the Somas area with a nursery and a home and so forth. So all that's out for you to consider, or you can just deny it and they can go through the reconsideration process.
Okay. So he has had no confirmation until an email yesterday saying he's not going to show.
Correct.
So we didn't expect him anyway.
Right. We did not expect him, and had he not sent an email, we wouldn't even be discussing.
We wouldn't be talking about this, right?
I mean, when people indicate they have emergencies, we do try to work with them. Typically, we always ask it be in writing so that everyone's on the same page and we do know what the reason is. But as I said, he's only given it to me verbally over the phone this morning.
I'm okay with an emergency, but the fact that we haven't heard from him until yesterday when the emergency arose.
Yes.
Like, we didn't even know he was going to show up, so.
Yeah, and he does have 60 days to request reconsideration should you decide to deny it, and then he can come back and explain to you why he didn't show up and why he didn't submit it.
Yeah.
Well, that'll at least force him to actually go through the process, which he didn't do last time. So yeah, let's make him get in line again. Yeah, deny it. Looking for motion to deny due to lack of appearance.
So moved.
Okay, that was easy. That made sense.
All right. Please vote on that. Thank you. Okay, and then as you've seen, the original on 14 has.
Yes, I have it here.
There's
the original and then the rough copy.
So first,
Vacate.
Can we get a motion to vacate the decision to continue?
So moved.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's see.
And you've seen both of those. This is the original and the fuzzy. Did you see these? Okay.
Okay, if you want to vote on the motion to vacate the continuance, all right. And so, yes, the original is now in front of you. It was the same as the copy. So if that's all good, recommended action is to approve.
So moved.
A second.
So moved. Second.
I heard second from a few people. I have a motion by Ferris, second by Sisk. Is that
fine,
correct? Okay. Please vote on that. Okay. With that, your agenda is completely resolved, and you can adjourn and announce your decision from closed session.
Excellent. Thank you. Adjourned. I liked it.